FIFA has created a new ball that's going to change the game forever. The game is full of all the latest tech now, from cinematic cameras to robot controlling AI. But the new balls FIFA have designed to bring out, they're the main attraction. And the 2022 FIFA World Cup was where it all unfolded. The 2022 World Cup was bound to be special for so many reasons. On the pitch, a host of stars including Ronaldo, Messi, Modric, and even Neymar all announced that they would be playing in their last World Cups. But there was something huge going on off the pitch that was bound to change the game. FIFA had struck a new deal with the mega sports company Adidas, and just a few weeks before the start of the World Cup, they came out with a huge announcement. We are pleased to announce that the balls to be used in the World Cup will now feature sensors that collect positioning data. I'm gonna break this down for you real quick. What FIFA was trying to say was that the new balls would be able to track the exact location of both the players and the ball itself, all from a single device. The crazy thing is, this latest line in the development of new tech in the game didn't just happen like that. It legit took 6 years of testing and manufacturing, dozens of broken balls in the HQ. FIFA and Adidas knew how important this new ball was going to be, and they also knew they couldn't pull it off alone. So they garnered a team of scientists to break down how this works, and the stuff they found out is incredible. To start with, FIFA had this ball termed under the use of a semi-automated program, meaning the motion sensors used in collecting the positioning data of the balls was going to be controlled by AI. But the final decision still went to the ref. They were still talking about how this would work when another new feature popped in, and that's when the entire world realized that FIFA and Adidas weren't alone on this one. Now here's the deal. FIFA was the organizational body in charge of regulating the balls and allowing them for official use in matches. And Adidas was the company tasked with branding the balls to make them superfly and fit the modern game. But the real tech in the balls, the motion detecting chips, was actually designed by a big name company in performing sports called Kinexon. And they were ready to get into football. It took them months and a whole bunch of wired chips to create this one. But when they finally were done, the motion chip was created to weigh just 14 grams, contained 2 separate sensors, and display data at a groundbreaking 500 frame rate per second, almost the display quality of a 4K HD. Now the chip was finally ready. It was time for the final phase that was going to determine if the balls would make or bust. In the blind test phase, all 3 companies wanted to figure out the key details if pro ballers would be able to tell the difference between chipped balls and the normal ones. So they sent out limited editions of the balls to the clubs in Germany, England, and Spain. And when the results came out, it was astonishing. The players couldn't tell the difference. Amazing! Imagine kicking a ball that's capturing your data and not even knowing. Whoa! Having passed the final test, the creators now knew it was time to launch. And given the approval from FIFA, the new motion sensor balls were fully in operation. Once the major sports companies figured out all the latest tech going on, everyone suddenly got the creative spark flowing up again, and all this resulted in a revolution that had cleats being redesigned to change the game. Back in the early days, boots weren't even a thing. I mean, the legendary Pele admitted he started playing the game without even wearing shoes. Now the dudes who actually wore shoes in official games, they were boring cleats, the same color and no style on them. But as the game started getting worldwide attention and becoming a global sport, the mega brands realized they were sitting on a huge gold mine. The first guys to launch into the boot game was Adidas, and while they produced a stunning array of cleats over the years, nothing tops the Adidas X Speedflow Cloud White Blue. These boots are every footballer's dream. Light, speed, and a finishing touch on it. The best ballers in the world like Messi, Salah, and Karim Benzema all have donned these cleats to perfection, and the tiny details on these cleats are a beauty. With a Carbotex carbon fiber inserted into the design, the primed knit upper, and the agility cage strapping the user in all the way, the Laceless Plus model is all high-tech. Adidas also revealed that all extra heavy material used in creating previous boot versions were excluded in the making of this one, meaning it allows the baller to focus entirely on each touch. The speedsters love this one too because due to the lightweight material involved in the design, it allows the players to easily sprint off the mark and allows them more effective transmission. Now, with all the crazy cool tools featured on this one, you're damn sure it ain't cheap. On retail stores and official websites, these special cleats cost between $419 and $450. That's my wage for a month. Someone tell my boss I need a raise, man. I gotta start banging goals like Salah in the Sunday League. Now, it ain't just Adidas involved in the boot game, because once other brands started getting insights into the money they were making, they launched competitor boots, and for Nike, it's all about the Superfly. These boots are the perfect example of acceleration boots with customization. Nike knew they needed to do something different if they wanted to compete with Adidas, and that's when they introduced a crazy new feature that had people rushing into stores worldwide. See, it's every kid's dream to have boots with your name on them. And Nike decided that they were going to allow people all over the world to do that with the creation of the By You line. And as a result, customers are able to get free and creative when tailoring a pair of Nike Mercurial Superfly 8 Elite on their website, meaning it was legit possible to step into shoes CR7 wore on match days while having your name on it. I even heard as a start, Ronaldo customized the name on his favorite YouTube channel to encourage people to get in on the action, Mr. Football. Good looking out, bro. Nike also decided they weren't going to list these creative beauties as high as Adidas, and on official stores, they are listed between $275 and $300. For years, these two cleat brands dominated the boot game, until a third brand stepped up, and after copying a Samba boy as a brand ambassador, they started racking in big time. Earlier this year, Puma unveiled the latest line in their boots collected called the Future Boot, and it had social media in a frenzy. Just like the name suggests, the line is Puma's forward-looking design, with a focus on innovation and a brand's latest technology, which includes the use of Fusion Fit 360 dual mesh upper and Puma's very own Power Tape. With these two in place, these new features guaranteed support and an adaptive fit. The boot's key contact zones are covered with 3D textures that help to improve the ball grip and control. With a split plate to add traction and stability to the boot, they still had more space to add two new features: a dual-density motion system, meaning there's explosive energy transfer, and a nano grip to stop the foot from slipping. Puma got all the latest tech in on this one, but they knew to reach the market, they'd have to cop a superstar who was able to rep the brand, and so with the most expensive boot deal in history, they bagged Neymar from Nike on a multi-year contract worth 400 million euros. Neymar's boots, which are worth $250 to $300, are available on the market in select stores. But you see, guys, the new tech in the game isn't just on balls and boots. Even the stadiums are being fitted with the latest tech. Arenas like Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and the Wanda Metropolitano are crazy with new inventions. But back at the World Cup in Qatar, some heavy designs were going on. 7 out of 8 stadiums being used featured advanced cooling tech that was going to keep the weather temperate during games, all thanks to an energy center at the base of the stadium and a pipeline to bring water in and convert it to cool air to keep the fans at ease. Incredible. Now, the only stadium that didn't get a makeover at the World Cup was Stadium 974. And if I'm being honest, this one was one of the masterstrokes of genius because it was a completely unique one-of-one arena that was fully detachable. Stadium 974 was created using shipping containers and steel frames, and after playing host to its last match in Brazil versus South Korea, the stadium was dismantled and might probably never be seen again. Guess the latest stadium tech still stays at the Wanda Metropolitano or in La Liga, because when it comes to televised games, these dudes are packing the heat. In 2021, La Liga partnered with MediaPro to develop new cutting-edge cameras that would take the viewing experience to an insane level. The cameras being used for this one were mainly for NBA games and the American pregame experience. But now MediaPro was bringing all of that to football, and it looks neat. With its large sensors, the mirrorless cameras being used for this one can capture images with really shallow depth due to its 35mm sensor, and the stabilizer support is similar to what's used in the NFL. The best part is La Liga didn't stop there, because in addition to this, they introduced aerial coverage in 14 stadiums in the league, with cameras offering unique vision for games, drones for aerial shots, 360-degree replays, and cutting-edge audio-visual technology that's a unique experience. My phone's beeping. Hang on. It's the guys at Nendo, and they've dropped another tech update. Nendo, a Japanese company created in 2002, created a new design for balls that's going to change the game. For the first time, there is a ball that doesn't rely on air or the need to pump. A quick glance at it and it looks pretty cool, but on the inside, there are 54 interlocking components making this stick. These types of balls aren't the regular ones found in stores with valves and pump. It comes with a manufacturer's manual. Nendo designed this ball for the Japanese company Molten, and the main reason behind this was to make balls easier to access in poor communities. A tech invention to meet the needs of a community? Amazing! Hopefully, FIFA allows this latest line of tech balls to be used in actual matches, because these dudes have a history of banning cool stuff that pops up in the game. Click the next video to discover the 7 accessories that have been banned forever from football.